and we don't want him to fall over and then literally crack his head open on the floor. We want some with a bit of squishy to it. Good afternoon, everyone. I am home alone this fine Saturday afternoon. I look a wreck. I'm just about to jump in the shower. But we've had a bit of a easygoing, filled up morning. We got up, Scout had his breakfast, I had breakfast, we sat around for an hour or so, and then Scout started getting tired again for his nap, so he went down for a nap. I managed to get a video up, which I actually need to check has gone up. Ooh, yeah. And Liam has made a start on Scout's shelf, which you guys know fell down quite a while ago. Look, Kitty, what are you doing on my chair? So I don't really know how that's looking. I hate the fact that we can't really open the blind much in here anymore. We really need to replace it. That was a complete fail. If you buy a blind, people, don't buy cheap. It's always worth spending that little bit more, because otherwise they fall down in hot weather apparently because they're not stuck up properly. So he actually filled the holes that had broken and put the wall plugs in the like the filler, the poly filler. Scout's room is a hot mess right now. So hopefully it won't fall down again. It'll actually hold the plugs in. I then did a 10K cycle, and I feel amazing for it, which is why I look the way I do. And now it is 2:15. Liam actually had to wake Scout up from his nap because he slept for like 2.5 hours, and he was due to go out at 1, but Scout slept completely through, so Liam ended up waking him up so we could give him lunch before they went out. They've gone on a play date. I think I mentioned that yesterday. Now I'm gonna grab a shower, stick this on charge. Actually, it might be okay. It's about 65%. I might do a video or two. I know I've got one more for this week, supposedly. What have I got for next week? 2 videos for next week. One I can film today. It's not too difficult. And yeah, get those done. And then maybe see if I can get some blog posts done as well whilst they're out. I don't know whether I will or not, but one can try. So I'll catch you on the flip side when I don't play a big sweaty mess, because right now I absolutely stink. Okay, so I changed my mind on filming videos. I thought, oh, screw it. We have a shower. I'm gonna let my hair semi-dry on its own. I just blow dried it for a few moments to get all of the wet out. And put some washing on, put some washing away, and see where the day takes me. I don't think they're gonna be out too long. It's about 3:10 now, so depends where they went, how long it took them to get there, and such like. So I'm gonna do this and hopefully get it on the line. But sorry, wonky filming. Yeah, really nice shower. I think sometimes you just want to get in the shower and never want to get out, and it was one of those. So hence the not filming videos. We've got so much to do this weekend. I don't know that I'll get time to do it at all this weekend, but if I'm completely honest, I'm not too bothered. What are you doing there, Pussycat? So we did end up getting a new toy this morning. We ordered this because Curry's was having a sale, and my mum bought us a proper filter coffee machine a couple of years back now, and it was great, but it got to the point where it kind of burnt itself out. It was getting really hot, but it wasn't making the water hot, and it died a death not long before we moved here actually. So it was really good whilst we had it, and it was really nice having coffee, and I think we missed having that nice coffee. And I know these machines, we've always said, are silly and like expensive, which they are, but they're also really convenient, especially when you have children. So we did buy one. It was half price, and it matches the blue that we want going on through the kitchen. So this is the Bosch, I don't know whether it's Sunny or Sunny, and it's a Tassimo, and it kind of matches. It's a close match. It'll do. This is a little more green, this is a little more blue. But yeah, it's super handy, and I've got coffee, Liam's got hot chocolate. We're probably going to buy one of those carousels and stock up on some other pods and stuff, but it's so easy. Just come in, put a pod in, press the button, and then you get hot water, hot coffee. You don't need to wait for it to brew. You don't need to worry about your coffee going cold during the day. And yeah, so pointless shopping item. It's beautiful out here today. You enjoying the sun? There's no sun in the garden, bugs. We also, I'm waiting for the cat to jump out. Nope. We also got a couple of samples of AstroTurf in the post this morning. We keep eyeing it up in B&Q, but for the space that we want, that square in the garden, it's gonna work out at being about £400 just for that square, and we've checked over and over again because we want a good thickness to it because of Scout. Obviously we don't want to, if it was just for like cosmetics, and if it was just to make it look nice, then we wouldn't be too worried about it and we would go with a thinner, more budget AstroTurf. But because we want Scout to be able to, you know, walk on it when he eventually starts walking and play on it, and we don't want him to fall over and then literally crack his head open on the floor. We want some with a bit of squishy to it. So I got a couple of samples off eBay because it's surprisingly cheap on eBay. And it may not be the best quality, but it'll do. So I ordered a 40mm sample, and they sent me this one, which is the one I ordered, which isn't as like beefy. But then they also sent me this one, which is also 40mm, but it has like some really good bounce to it. It actually feels like proper bouncy grass. So I think we're probably gonna get this one. It does work out as about half the price, so it's still quite expensive, but considering we're gonna hopefully be here for a couple of years, it's gonna be an investment for Scout to be able to play in the garden, because at the minute he kind of can't, because it's just concrete, and it's a nice space that we want to be able to use and for him to play in and have the paddle pool out and, you know, really make the most of this house. So it means putting some money down, but I don't know. I think it'll be worth it. And you put it, well, as far as I'm aware, you can put it down with tape. You can get like AstroTurf tape. So we might even be able to pick it up and take it with us, depending on what it looks like when we move, or sell it on. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think we're gonna go for the thicker one. It feels really nice. I mean, it's clearly not grass, but it feels really good. And I think it'd be nice to have some grass, and we're gonna get some pot plants, and we're gonna have, I think we're gonna fence off that section as well, so the dog can't get on the grass. Not without us on there anyway, because obviously we don't want him going and pooping on it. So yeah, plans, lots of plans. Liam started frog taping in here today, but this house is not square and it's very difficult. So I think I'm gonna do some cutting in because I'm quite good at it. Liam's not. And yeah, but as you can see by that frog tape that he's done, he's followed the line of the wall and it's not straight whatsoever.
No!
The masters of the house are home. Where? Where? This one's having broccoli. Oh, the broccoli. We've got stuffed peppers. Yummers. I think someone is tired, and I'm not saying the one that's pretending to be asleep.
I'm not pretending, I'm asleep.
He's pooped. That's what you get for playing now.
Playing up. The impact was really good actually.
Okay, so Liam was falling asleep as Scout was getting more awake. I think he's more tired than Scout is from being out. So he's currently putting Scout to bed. I have changed into my gear and I'm going to start painting or cutting in at least the edges. I don't know whether we'll get this finished, but I'm going to finish off this tester pot first. Here's the before. Hopefully. I mean, how long is it going to take to paint one wall? Hopefully we can do this tonight. First coat is completed, so we're just waiting for this to dry now. And I'm in love. I love that colour. But it is, I don't even know what the time is, And it's very warm tonight, so we're gonna hopefully let this dry for an hour or so, see if there's any patches that need touching up, which there definitely are. And then probably go and get into bed. So I hope you guys had a really good Saturday. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. We've got tip runs to do and other stuff. Just another day of getting some house bits done. So hope you guys are well. Please subscribe if you do. And good night. You're trying to put it on. You're already wearing a t-shirt. You've already got it up on.